event. First of all, I think I'll show you how the ticket looks like. So this is the behind and this is the front. So actually when I went to pick up my tickets, I didn't know which seat I'm gonna get because it was random. And when she showed me on the map where my seat is, I was like, what? Oh my god, it's exactly in the middle and on the first floor. Like, not the ground floor, but the first floor and the middle section. I couldn't ask for better. But on the day itself, it started with not so much luck because I planned to arrive a little bit before 5 p.m. so I could see the red carpet. But so I'm about to go out to the Fact Music Award and I'm super excited, especially because BTS and MAMAMOO are gonna be there. Looks like I'm gonna have some, how can I say it, multi-fandom issues. I actually considered if I should bring this army bomb because BTS is not gonna perform. But I hope to catch them like on the red carpet so I can cheer them up, and also I'm sure they're gonna receive some awards. So I think I will bring it anyway, and MAMAMOO are going to perform. And also there are going to be many other groups that I like iKON and MONSTA X and many more, so I'm super excited for that. Let's go! I took the wrong train and I just realized it, and I had to get off the train, go back to where I came from and take the right train. I am so dumb when it comes to directions, really. I need to inject Google Maps in my veins. But at least I can say that it was very confusing because it's like the same train, the same number of line, but it has different versions. Like one train is an express one and one doesn't stop in every stop, and it has like different versions of the same train, so it's very confusing. And I'm also an idiot. And after I came off the train at Incheon, I had to take the bus because there is only a bus that gets to the venue. It was a little bit too late and like so many people arrived at the time that I did, and there was a huge line to get to the bus. There was so many people inside. I was afraid that they won't let us up because like the bus couldn't physically have everyone inside it. But luckily I did get up there, even though it was a very uncomfortable ride. But at least I got on the bus. So I think I arrived somewhere around maybe 5:30 p.m. And somehow, exactly the moment I arrived, MAMAMOO went on the red carpet. Yeah, what a timing. But I actually couldn't really see anything because there were so many people standing, and many of them brought like plastic chairs and stood on them and like huge professional cameras, so I had no chance of seeing anything. I stood a little bit on my tiptoes and I could see like Pioli's hair for maybe 1 second, and that's it. At least there was a screen so I could look at it. So I got inside the venue and I saw my spot and I was like, wow, it was really close to the stage. I could see the stage clearly because I went to a few K-pop events where it was in a large stadium, and like even in BTS's concert I was on the first level, but it was so far from the stage that they looked this tiny. You can never know with these venues because it's like really huge stadiums and you can have like the best spot and it will still be far from the stage. Because they make a lot of room for the standing sections, so the stage is even more far. It was a little bit hard to manage these two light stick things Like when BTS went on stage, I held the army bomb. When MAMAMOO went on stage, I held the mubang. Sometimes I held both of them, but it was like really hard to hold the light sticks and film at the same time and like try to manage everything. I had some issues with the batteries, I had to change batteries, so it was not easy, but I tried to support my favorite artists. At least I was sitting. Imagine what would happen if I was standing. I couldn't even... yeah. Actually, the venue seemed quite empty. Like, I think maybe it was 80% full of what it could be. Like, I saw a lot of empty seats, and also in the standing sections, they were like half empty, so the people could sit sometimes. I mean, I saw some people resting on the floor. I think it's because it's not weekend. I mean, it was Wednesday, so many people can't go. And also maybe just, I think the ticketing system was maybe a little bit difficult, so people couldn't really get tickets. I didn't really understand what's going on like with the artist section. There was like the chairs for the artists, so they kept like going backstage and coming back and then going again and coming back and like, whoa, BTS is here, and wow, now they're gone, and MAMAMOO is here, and now MAMAMOO is gone. I was like, are they going to come back? But they always kept going and coming back. I don't know why exactly. It was weird.
저를 포함한 여기 계신 팬 여러분들 그리고 다른 팬 여러분들이 한 해 동안
And I'm sorry in advance for my footage. I realized that even though I could see them really good, my camera didn't film it good, and somehow all the footage I took, it looks more far than in reality. Like in reality they seemed closer, but when I filmed even with like full zoom in, it just seemed far. So I'm sorry, but I wanted to film like the interactions and the sitting area, but my camera, it's iPhone 8, supposed to be a good camera, but it couldn't really film that good, so I'm sorry. Anyways, I really enjoyed watching everyone's performance. It was amazing. Like each group and each artist had like really tried to do the best stage they could. I think the stages were incredible. Everyone's stages. I heard a lot of songs that I like. And what was even more amazing is that everyone, including everyone, every single one, they were singing live. I heard the live vocals. It was not lip syncing, it was not pre-recorded. Even those who played like some backup vocals, they sang at least some parts live, and it was so amazing to hear like live vocals. I really appreciate that, and I enjoy much more to watch a show with live vocals. I have to mention MONSTA X. They are such incredible performers. ChungHa. I felt really good that the crowd cheered ChungHa a lot, because it's really hard to be a solo artist when you're surrounded by groups and you don't have the support of your group members. And many people were cheering for ChungHa, and they were screaming like, "Oh, you're pretty!" And it warmed my heart to see that they're cheering her. At least they cheered someone. I also screamed for her. Another thing that really warmed my heart is that some groups, when they won the awards and they had their speech, so they dedicated a part of their speech to speak in English to their international fans. I was so happy to see that. It was Stray Kids and Red Velvet and I think MOMOLAND.
We promise that we'll do everything and always try our best. Thank you for everything. Stays, you make Stray Kids stay.
Love and support. Thank you, we love you guys.
And it made me so happy. Please, I wish more groups and artists would do that. Please speak to your international fans. So it was MAMAMOO's performance time. I thought that something went wrong because Hwasa started with Starry Night and then she sang also Solar's line and I was like, wait, where is Solar? Why isn't she singing? What is happening? And then the music stopped, so it really seemed, to me at least, it seemed like there was a mistake. But only then I understood that actually each one of them sang one line from each song, so it was not a mistake, I assume. To all the Moomos who are watching this, I'm approaching you. I want to say sorry in advance. I really thought that I screamed hard and I thought that I screamed more times and harder, but after hearing my footage I think to myself that I could do much better. It's just that please understand that I'm actually a shy person and it was actually, I really stepped out of my comfort zone this time. I really tried to overcome myself, especially because there were not many Moomos in the audience. And also because not many people cheered for girls. It seemed like the venue was pretty quiet when MAMAMOO went up stage, so I tried to do my best at least to cheer them up. And it's already so much not me to scream like that. I was even shy to scream at their concert. So imagine that I'm sitting and everybody around me is not MAMAMOO fan and I'm the only one who's screaming. So it's already so much outside of my comfort zone, but I still did my best and next time I will do even better. Yeah, when I heard this quiet venue, I just felt that I had to cheer our girls up. I had to cheer them, no matter what.
안녕하세요. 감사합니다.
So when they sang Go Go Bebe, I actually knew most of the fan chants, but I was so excited, my heart was beating so fast, so I got confused and I made a mistake in the part in the beginning when you're supposed to say Kim Young-san, so I said MAMAMOO. And after that I was a little embarrassed and I was afraid to make more mistakes, so the rest of my fan chants were more quiet. I was like, 안내진, 장위인. 안내진! And after that, I looked on Twitter and I saw that they actually heard my MAMAMOO screaming in the live version, in the live broadcast, and I was so embarrassed. I hope it was not that bad. Anyway, I must mention that the people who were sitting in my area, I felt like they were trying to support me. I'm not sure if I'm interpreting the situation right, but it seemed to me that every time I started screaming for MAMAMOO, they saw me screaming by myself, so they joined to support me, so I will not be alone. Just hear it by yourself and tell me what you think. Yeah, so the venue sounded kind of quiet when MAMAMOO performed or just went on stage, but later I actually watched a few videos on Twitter and I heard people cheering our girls. It's just that the stadium was huge and maybe you couldn't hear from one side to another, and also each camera filmed from a different direction. So the camera that filmed the performance was close to me, so you could hear my screamings, and there were different cameras who filmed them like receiving the awards. The girls were so embarrassed each time they saw them on the screen. It was so funny to watch.
그래서 베스트 퍼포머 시상 배윤정 씨 이어가 주시죠. 마마무! 예! 시상을 다시 한번 진심으로 축하드리겠습니다. 예.
저희도 항상 준비하고 있습니다.
올해 누굽니까?
올해
예요.
언제 오세요?
일단 다들 만나면 언제 오세요부터 물어보세요.
사랑해요.
그 마마무는
They were like, just a few days ago they performed like crazy on their concert, and just a few days later they're like so shy each time you see them on the big screen. I guess it's just because they felt uncomfortable because they were outside of their audience. Not many moomos were there. I guess many moomos were tired because of the concert, and also as I said, it was a weekday, maybe people couldn't get tickets, so there were not many moomos out there. So they felt like maybe uncomfortable because of that, so they were very shy. It was cute, but I hope they weren't too sad though. I think that about 85% of the audience was ARMY. I saw also a lot of iKON light sticks and a few of others. Yeah, mainly ARMY. Momos I've seen like 5. But after watching my footage again, I saw more mukbangs that I didn't see. So I guess there were more momos than we thought. They were just separated in many places. So my friend Becky, she was sitting on the second floor and she texted me in the middle of the show that it's so disappointing that people barely cheer for girl groups. And I actually didn't notice that until she told me, because I was like too excited to notice that. And then I saw it was kinda right. I mean, people did cheer a lot for Twice and Red Velvet and ChungHa. Yeah, many people cheered for ChungHa, but not as much as the boy groups. Each time you saw a boy group on the screen, people just really screamed hard, especially when they saw BTS. Whenever they saw BTS or talked about BTS or BTS was on stage, there were the most screams. So actually BTS weren't supposed to perform. I knew that in advance, that they were just receiving awards, but they weren't supposed to perform. They really wanted to make us happy, and they also won many prizes. So they sang I-DLE in the end. It was not the full performance with the dance and everything, but they were singing it live and they walked around the stage, and I was happy that they did that. And it was the closest I ever saw them. It was even closer than their concert. I told you I was on the first floor in their concert, and it was even more far away than this time. When they went to like the smaller stage on the front, I could see them very, very clearly.
이상은 정말 여러분들이 앨범을 너무 좋아해 주셔서 반응.
And yeah, it's the closest I ever saw them. Well, ever. It's the third time I see them, so it was the closest out of all the 3 times. So in the end, all the artists went on stage and they had like a group pic. MAMAMOO, of course, were inside a world of their own. They were like jumping and being fools as they are. I later saw on Twitter that actually they were walking behind to make place for Stray Kids to go in the front. I heard that it was Hwasa's idea. Like at first MAMAMOO were on the front and then they stood up and switched place with Stray Kids so they could be in the spotlight, and that was so kind of them to support rookies like that. And when it was time to go, then MAMAMOO were the first ones to run away like they do each time in such events.
더팩트뮤직어워즈 여기서 마무리할게요. 고생 많으셨습니다. 천천히 돼요. 천천히.
So on the way back I had to take the bus again, and well, I use Google Maps a lot, but actually Google Maps doesn't work very well in Korea, but I still use it because I don't know, it's the most convenient app for me, even though it doesn't always give you the best solution. So it took me like a little far away, and I was wondering if it's okay that I'm going there, because I stood in the station and like I saw the bus number, which was correct, but there were very few people waiting on this station, so something seemed a bit odd to me. And I later realized that I was actually so lucky that Google Maps made this mistake and took me 1 station before, because then I went on the bus and it stopped on the first station, which was actually right in front of the gymnasium, and there were so many people waiting, and like I went on the bus 1 station before and the bus was empty. I was sitting, I was so comfortable in my seat, and then so many people went on the bus. So it was actually good that Google Maps didn't work properly. Yeah, that was a good reward after the uncomfortable ride from the beginning. So to finish this video, I want to share like a little conflict that I have. Actually, during the show, I felt that I was too busy at like managing everything, like trying to film and also trying to hold the light sticks. And I felt like I could enjoy more, but I was too busy at filming everything and trying to catch the best scenes. And what should I film? Should I film the stage, or should I film BTS sitting? Should I film MAMAMOO sitting? Whether I should film the stage or should I film the screen because you see better from there. So I felt like I was concentrating on film, so I didn't enjoy as much as I could. But on the other hand, like, I do want to do that because it's what I do. I want to share my experience, and my YouTube channel is important to me, my social media is important to me, like this is what I do. YouTube is my dream, so I kinda need to do that for my channel. So I don't really know what to do, like if I should do that for the channel or should I just turn off the camera and enjoy the show. Do you have any solution for that? If you have anything to suggest, just tell me in the comments. I promise to read and reply. Also, if you have any other questions, just tell me in the comments, or even if you just want to say something, feel free to tell me. I read all of your comments. Okay, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you won't miss out any new video, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!